What the fuck is this? I found this last night. I was trying to download a movie, and I went on the Pirate Bay, and I found this using Google Chrome. This is an error message because Google has started a safe program, so any websites that Google deems are dangerous or unsafe, they will not allow you to go into. Now, I only know of the Pirate Bay being deemed dangerous so far. I went into YouTube, and I could get into YouTube fine. Now, Google owns YouTube. And I also know the creators, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, are the creators of Google. Why they would make this decision to start a safe program to make all the sites that Google deems... So, basically, I feel the need to reiterate this. All the sites that Google deems are unsafe or considered dangerous, Google will not allow you to go into. So you'll basically get this red screen as you see here. Now, I'll read you what this says. Now, if you can read it, it's just fine, but I'm going to do it for just the sake to show you how fucked up this is. I don't see how a billion-dollar company could do this, but let's go ahead and read it anyway, because this is the world we live in, and I'm basically calling out Google. Okay, so it says, this site is the site alert contains harmful programs. Attacks on piratebay.ca might attempt to trick you into installing programs that harm your browsing experience. For example, by changing your home page, which is what I did. I changed my home page. I'm using Microsoft Edge, which I use Google Chrome for everything. But I don't care. I don't mind using Microsoft Edge. I mean, it's not that great. I prefer using Chrome, but if I have to use Microsoft Edge, I just say, fuck it, and just use it anyway. But anyway, let's continue going on reading. Okay. Homepage or sharing extra ads on sites you visit. Okay. So, let's recap. Google is trying to keep their network and their servers safe. And they've deemed this website as dangerous and unsafe. If we go into details here, click on details, you'll get more details. And I looked at this too. It says Google Safe Browsing. Google Safe Browsing. Who came up with that one? Okay, anyway, Google Safe Browsing. Recently found harmful programs on piratebay.ca. Now, I'm not quite sure when this is, but this must have been quite recent. Now, let's take a look, and this will show you. I'll show you right here because I've got it on my laptop. And let me show you. This is something Google has done all by themselves. Google has started this safe program. They've deemed all their sites, all these types of sites as dangerous. Let me read this again. Google Safe Browsing. Okay, so sites like the Pirate Bay that contain programs, copyrighted material, wham bam, all that stuff is gone. Okay, so that's basically they're making their browser safe, so they're not in any danger of losing money or anything of that sort. And this is also another form of censorship. This is censorship, is what this is, and this is Google starting their own safe program. So they basically deem sites like this to be dangerous. That's what this is. And then, okay, so let's close this up, okay? And when I open the next browser up, this will show you that this is Google's own doing. This is Google's own program. So basically what they've done is they've basically made their browser safe, so they're blocking sites like the Pirate Bay. It's censorship. It's because they're $1 billion company and they think they can. But let me show you what happens when I open this up. And this will show you that it's Google's own doing. Okay, so here we are in Microsoft Edge browser. And this is not a browser that has safe browsing, so we will be fine. And we simply go to where do we go to? I'm not familiar with this browser. I don't like this browser. Okay, so we go to here. And Torrent Pirate Bay, as you know, it works just fine. I'll even make it bigger to show you. And yeah, so this is Google's own plan, and they've made it's what is known as safe browsing. I don't agree with it. I really think whoever thought of this idea wasn't thinking outside the box. And before I'm basically calling out Google here, because you can see with the Microsoft Edge browser open that the Pirate Bay is working just fine. It's Google themselves that have enabled safe browsing, and it's censorship. It's censorship is what it is. And I don't agree with it. I know a lot of people use Google Chrome for several things, and I know a lot of people don't like to change their web browser, especially if you're like me. But if I have to use Microsoft Edge for one thing, I don't care. I don't care. I don't like it. I much prefer Chrome. But if Chrome wants to play this censorship fucking game, because that's what it is. It's censorship. I understand, Google, you're a $1 billion company, you're this, you're that, but that's no reason to, even though, you know, you think that a website is unsafe, to enable what is called safe browsing. Because I've used the Google Chrome browser, excuse me.